Hello and welcome to vlog number whatever this one is, I don't even know. I've done a couple of these in the past, and I wanted to do another one to talk about the car I'm getting. So last summer I looked at the 10th gen Honda Civic, and I really liked it, but it was only available with the CVT in the turbo engine, and I didn't really want to get another automatic at this point. So I got tired of waiting until the 17 to come out, and I'd been looking around at some other used cars and other new cars and whatnot, and just couldn't quite find something that really fit what I was looking for. I looked at the Veloster Turbo, which was really cool, but to get the features I wanted on that car, it was just going to be too expensive. I looked at the GTI, and it just didn't really do it for me. I looked at a used Kia Optima, which I posted on my channel. I looked at a GTI, or excuse me, GLI, Jetta GLI, and just didn't really come across anything that really did it for me. So a couple weeks ago I decided I'll look at the Mazda 3 again. I know I looked at it in the past, but I'll give it another chance and see if I like it any better the second time around. And I certainly did. But to get the features that I wanted with the 2.5 liter engine and the 6-speed, I would be looking at a used one. I just couldn't quite afford a new one, and I didn't want to stretch the payments out super far and still be maxing out my monthly limit, I guess, of what I could afford. So I decided to search for a used one, and I went back to the dealership I work at, and I told them, hey, check the auctions, this is what I'm looking for, see what comes up. And at that point I was completely undecided as to whether I liked that over the Civic or if I preferred the Civic. I just really couldn't tell at that point. So I told myself I would buy whichever car came up first. If it was the Civic Turbo with the 6-speed, I would buy that. If I found a Mazda 3 first, then I'd buy that car. So I let that kind of ride out for a couple weeks, and I just checked the Honda News website the other day, and they posted an article saying the 17 Civic Turbo is on sale. It's going to have a 6-speed on the EXT models. So that's kind of when I ended the search for a Mazda 3. I said, you know what, the Civic went on sale before I could find a Mazda that fit all of my criteria, so that's the car I'm going to get. So I went to the Honda dealership, and I showed them that, and I said, this is what I want. So I put down a deposit on it. And with Hondas, you don't really order a car in the traditional sense because they don't have options. You pick a trim level and you pick a color, and that's basically it. So I had to give a couple different color choices that I wanted, and whenever that combination was built, or if they could deal or trade for one that was already out there, then I'd be the first in line to get it. So I gave them 3 color choices. I said I want a GM blue, which is kind of like a medium blue with black cloth. And then I said my second choice is Cosmic Blue, which is it's a darker blue, almost has a purplish tint to it. Looks really nice, and it comes with the gray cloth. And I said my third choice is White Orchid Pearl with the black cloth interior. And so they did some searching, and there were only 5 EXT sedans with a manual allocated to the entire region at that point, and only one of those met any 3 of my color choices, and it was White Orchid Pearl. So I'm kind of bummed that I couldn't get a car with some actual color, but the white is okay. You know, it is a pearl, so it'll really shine in the sunlight, and I think it'll be really nice. I mean, the whole car is pretty unique, you know, being that it's an EXT and it's a 6-speed. You just don't see a lot of manuals around anymore, you know, and especially in a car that's not super basic or a performance car. You know, it's really rare to have a manual, so I think I'll really enjoy that aspect of it, even though it's not quite the color I wanted.